If you hold XRP, this has gone way too far, completely out of line. It's pissing me off. I'm getting absolutely ridiculous. I gotta take a sip out of my Little Mermaid Seize the Day blender bottle. So if you don't with Little Mermaid, then you can't watch this video. You can't subscribe to the channel right now because we got some stuff happening with the SEC, Ripple XRP. We're also talking about Bitcoin stock to flow model, what happens every single bull run, what to expect on the Bitcoin price chart, what to expect on XRP's price chart, and also we have to get into some altcoin gems towards the end of this video, while XRP just stays within this range for 655 days, you know, rallying up from 28 cents all the way to 62 cents. Let's go XRP. When's the breakout going to happen? We're going to discuss it in this video. And what should you do to be able to scale your portfolio faster while a lot of these altcoins are taking off? You know, we've called a lot of good altcoins. I talked about Dogecoin back at like 8 to 10 cents. It's at 22 cents right now. We're going to talk about meme coins. You know, we were talking about Solana, scooping Solana up back at $8. It's at $190 right now. Shiba Inu is doing pretty well. You know, Internet Computer at $3 to $4. It's at $17 right now. You know, talking about Uniswap. Uniswap's doing pretty decent. Near Protocol's crushing it. So a lot of projects are crushing it right now, but I want to share with you guys some new up-and-coming projects that have low market caps. And again, that's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Go consult your financial advisor if they're a millionaire. If they're not, like I always say, fire them. Hire someone who's actually qualified. I don't have a badge that says I'm a Harvard graduate here to give you advice. I just provide education, information, researching the markets nonstop for you guys to help you make your own educated, informed decisions. So don't buy, don't sell anything. Watch these videos for informational purposes only. And as Ariel would say, we're going into a whole new world in the crypto space, and you better be ready for it. So comment 777 if you're feeling blessed. Comment 777 if you're feeling bullish. If you're looking for the best crypto to buy now in 2024, then stick all the way to the end of this video to discover these low cap gems. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So as crypto is heating up right now, we're going to talk a lot in this video about what's taking place in the market, starting with Bitcoin and then getting down further into the list. So if you guys like the videos where I talk about mid cap and low cap projects, then give this one a like, because the first thing we need to discuss is what's taking place with XRP, because how backwards is this? The SEC wants $2 billion from Ripple, which would require Ripple to sell a lot of XRP, causing the price to drop even more, hurting the retail holders, which is you and me, so that it would then disgorge the money back to the rich institutional holders. So are you guys feeling protected yet by the SEC? Jeremy Hogan just posted that. And if we look at the chart right here, you know, one of my previous videos, I talked about Ripple has been selling XRP continuously. I mean, back here when the price pumped up, did they know that the lawsuit was coming? Is that why the price pumped up? And then retail started FOMOing in a little bit further up at like 46 cents, 50 cents. The price get upwards of 70, and then they get hit with the lawsuit. So as a company, think about your thought process right here, right? You get sued by the SEC and you're like, okay, how long is this battle going to go? How much it's going to cost us? Where are we going to get money from to fight this legal battle? So they had to sell XRP. So that's why XRP came all the way down to 16 cents right here to fight the SEC. So, you know, it was a catch-22 there, because a lot of people are saying like Ripple has been selling XRP, suppressing the price back here. Well, they had to. I mean, how else were they going to spend? They had to spend like $200 million. Now, how much XRP they release from the escrow every single month and sell off, you know, is debatable. Those numbers are pretty public, and, you know, they've been funding their partnerships and their expansion of the company Ripple. And the argument that people are making is that XRP is not necessarily needed for these banks because they're going to be using Ripple's technology and other aspects. However, I do believe long-term there is a place for XRP. It will have its day in the sun, but it's doing exactly what I expect it to do until Bitcoin passes the halving and we see a rotation. And the last bull runs, what's happened is Bitcoin passes the all-time high, and when Bitcoin corrects, we see a rotation in the dominance fall, because Bitcoin's dominance controls over 50% of the total market cap right now. And even though Bitcoin is near the all-time high, getting ready to pass it again, whether it does it before the halving or after the halving, at some point, Bitcoin will pass the all-time high. But why has the dominance been trending down since 2016? Even the high of January of 2021 during that bull run, Bitcoin's dominance was only 73%, whereas the dominance up here was 97%. It's because every single day, every single month, and every single year, more altcoins get put out there that absorb the liquidity from Bitcoin. So when this rotation takes place and the dominance falls down below Bitcoin, we might actually see Bitcoin's dominance drop below the low of, September 2022, January 2022, potentially even back of January of 2018, as the money and the liquidity flows into large cap, mid caps, and micro caps, as more real world asset projects pop up, more meme coins pop up, artificial intelligence projects, and then gaming projects absolutely take over. And so right now, this has been the biggest boot on XRP in the summary of the SEC's remedies brief, is how dare Ripple not grovel before us, according to Jeremy Hogan. Instead of addressing some very real legal issues, it came across as petty and vindictive, punctuated by ex post as evidence as how frustrated everyone in the community is. It had the opportunity to take the lead on some legal issues, and they didn't. And so, with XRP struggling to do anything really, game changing, it's not doing terrible by any means. I mean, if you guys were to measure from June of 2022, it's up a 2x, but when you compare it to other projects, that's where people get frustrated, because gains in crypto completely are disassociated from the real world in the stock market and any other market like precious metals, because some projects that perform like a 10x, 20x, 30, 50, 100x, we're going to be talking about some projects that have that potential. But in order for these projects to see massive liquidity flow in, we do need to see Bitcoin's dominance drop, and we also need to see Bitcoin pass the all-time high. Because if we look back at Bitcoin's dominance, when it was upwards of 70%, by December 2020, Bitcoin saw its rally up. Then when the dominance dropped, we saw alt season take place. So this is going to happen again. And when it does, if you're positioned properly in the right projects, you can create life-changing wealth. So when we look at the Bitcoin stock to flow model based on the days until the next halving, the halving is coming up next month. And so we have to be ready for that. So what happened the last bull run before Bitcoin's halving, when we went from blue, this color code showing the days until the next halving, right? Dark red is 1,400-ish, all the way to purple is 0 until once it flips to red. Then once red takes place, the halving happens. Then we see Bitcoin consolidate and then break out from there, going into orange to retest the high. Now, we weren't at the high pre-halving last bull run, even the bull run before then. So this time is a little bit different, with institutional adoption coming in with BlackRock and other big companies, which pushed Bitcoin higher than everyone expected before the halving. But we're seeing a little dip right here, and everyone wants to know is, will Bitcoin pass the current all-time high at like $72,000+ and just keep going upwards of 80 before the halving? Or will we see, Bitcoin just trade sideways going into the halving, then rally? Or will we see a much deeper dip coming back down to like $50,000, consolidate, and then break out post-halving? I think the thought process is pretty similar across the board, that Bitcoin is going to go higher, but it's just when will it pass 80K, 90K, 100K? It's not if it will, it's just when will it? Will it be the quarter four 2024, closer to election? Will it be before the halving? Will it be during the halving, as it gets bought up? Or will it be a sell the news event? So if we look back to the last bull run, we saw a sell-off pre-halving when we went from dark blue to purple, sell-off to purple. That was COVID. That was a black swan event. And so unless there's a black swan event, we need to go to the bull run before then. So we saw this is more like this type of bull run, right? The 2016, 2017 bull run, where we saw blue to purple right before the halving. This was like June 16th, June 19th, and then we saw a sell-off going into the halving. Once Bitcoin halved, it didn't just rally out of there. It sold off even further back down to the stock to flow line. Then we consolidated. We went to red, 1,400 days now, and then we got another few years until the halving takes place, but we rally on out of there. And so the bull run before then, we saw something somewhat similar, but the crash happened well before the halving. From blue to purple, we consolidated sideways. After the halving, 6 months, roughly 3 to 12 months, it looks like after the halving is when Bitcoin rallies. So to play it safe, if you're thinking about entering into the markets right now, it is very risky to be buying Bitcoin. In my opinion, which I could be wrong here, if you guys think I'm right, give this video a like. If you disagree, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But I don't think it's smart to be buying Bitcoin right now above $60,000. I think it's a lot smarter to be finding mid-cap and low-cap altcoin plays that are either getting ready to launch, or that have launched, getting ready to break out, or have bottomed out on the charts, about to see a reversal. Because if we don't see Bitcoin break out above this resistance and hold it as support at like $72,000-ish and trade higher before the halving, then what we're looking at here is a potential cup and handle formation, because Bitcoin saw this rounded bottom formation. We see this handle right here. It broke out from the downward trending resistance for this handle, got rejected at the resistance at like $71,700-ish. And now it's seen a sell-off back to retest this downward trending resistance as support. So if Bitcoin doesn't spring off of this and let's say we trade lower back within this channel right here, we could technically be forming a much more macro handle as Bitcoin just ranges within here before we see a breakout. But if Bitcoin continuously trends further to the downside going into the halving, and we see, like a deeper V-shaped recovery right here, and then consolidation, then a breakout after this, and it just takes a little bit longer for Bitcoin to break out. Either way, at some point, Bitcoin is going to see explosive momentum to the upside simply because the Federal Reserve just doesn't stop printing money. The dollar is being debased at the fastest pace in history. I mean, for the first 200 years of the country, you saw how much debt the country went in. And then over the past 10 years, we've gone over, $30 trillion. And so in, what was it, like 8 months? Let me know the facts in the comments below, because I can't really remember the exact statistics for this, but it was in less than a year, the government printed more money than the first 200 years of the United States of America being formed. So that should tell you something. So if the dollar is being debased, well then, regardless of these short-term temporary dips, I literally don't even care at all, because crypto is going to go astronomically to the freaking moon. And so there's multiple sectors that I'm going to talk about, specifically within gaming, AI, memes, and then you see the Solana ecosystem. These are hot right here. So if we click on AI, there's a lot of different artificial intelligence projects, but the biggest news that just hit the AI space is Fetch.ai, Ocean Protocol, and SingularityNet are uniting to create an artificial super intelligence alliance. Now, if we look at this, we can see that Fetch AI has a market cap of $2.6 billion. SingularityNet, AGIX, is right behind it at $1.7 billion. And then Ocean Protocol at $770 million. Now, years ago, this was like 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, I was talking about AGIX at like 5 cents. It's at $1.33. So if you guys subscribe to the channel, these videos that you're watching right now, potentially, there's no guarantees here, obviously, because crypto is very risky. But in the next 5 to 10 years, could you imagine what some of these projects are going to be at if you just have the patience to just sit there and hold through the short-term volatility? Sure, these projects, see massive price fluctuations of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% in the early stages. But when they do mergers like this is where innovation takes place. And so how it's going to work is very, very simple. If the proposal receives majority approval from the communities, the following will occur. FET will be rebranded as ASI with a total supply of 2.63 billion tokens. AGIX tokens will migrate to ASI at a conversion rate of 0.433 to 1. And then Ocean Protocol tokens will migrate to ASI at a conversion of 0.4333226 to 1. So if the fully diluted valuation of all three tokens as of March 26, just a few days ago, were carried over into ASI, it would have a total combined fully diluted valuation of $7.6 billion. So what I expect to happen is these three projects to rally going into the merger. And as you can see, the past 7 days, Ocean Protocol's up 20%. I mean, if we go to the charts right here, you can see all three of these are up. AGIX is, retested the high at $1.49-ish. You could see Fetch.ai is at $3.15. And then Ocean Protocol is retesting the high at $1.94. So I do think all three of these projects could do well going into the merger. And then based on the conversion ratio, if it gets a majority approval, there could be a massive arbitrage opportunity there. But the total market cap of the AI sector is $41 billion. And so all these top projects are going to do very, very well. Like you could pick any of them and just hold it for the next 1 to 2 years and you'll make money. Near Protocol, Render, Graph, BitTensor Tau, Theta, Fetch AI, AGIX, Ocean Protocol. So a lot of people ask which one of these is the best, like FET, AGIX, and Ocean. So arguably Ocean Protocol has the lowest market cap out of those three. But where the real money is going to be made, guys, is a little bit further down the list as we scroll down here. And there is one AI project that I believe is extremely undervalued that I'm actually making a video about after this one that's going to be coming out most likely like Monday or Tuesday of next week. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But one project that I'm super bullish on that is a micro cap that is going to be launching very, very soon, that's also in the gaming sector, which is the most popular sector at the start of this bull run, is Landrocker. Now, I made a few videos about this, guys, but this project's going to be launching very, very soon. The pro version of the game is going to be coming out. They're an official partner of Immutable IMX, which is the largest project in the gaming sector. Now, what I'll do for you guys is I'll leave a link in the description below for an entire review video alongside a link that will take you to a page that looks like this. That way you can do your own research. Now, one of the biggest reasons why this project could do very, very well is because they're launching at a $1.5 million initial market cap. And you look at other competitors at $30 to $150 million range. Even look at a lot of these top GameFi projects, guys. They're upwards of $200 million, $150 million, $100 million. On the first page, the lowest market cap is a $25 million project. So for Landrocker to do a 10x, that's only a $15 million market cap. Now, I don't think Bitcoin's going to do a 10x this bull run cycle, that would require Bitcoin to go to nearly $700,000. Now, is it possible for Bitcoin to do that by like 2030, 2040? Absolutely. But by 2025, I'm only expecting Bitcoin to go between $100,000 and $200,000. So the big money is made in low market cap projects that have yet to launch or that have already launched, gearing up for a massive breakout. And another project that's making some massive moves as a launchpad to help incubate other projects is Firestarter's Flame. Now, it's sitting at 12 cents right now. It recently had a breakout upwards of about 17 cents. The past year it's up 100%. And if we click it all, this project is down from its all-time high. Its all-time high was upwards of $2, guys. So Firestarter got listed on CoinMarketCap in October of 2021 at the end of the bull run, did very, very well. And then when the market crashed and we went into a bear market, everything got destroyed. So a lot of people forgot about the projects that did very well. And this is one of those projects that is making a resurgence right now. The market cap is only at $8 million. The max supply is 100 million tokens. So that's 10% of XRP's max supply. And the circulating supply is 63 million. So 63% is out there on the secondary market. And what I like to see is the fully diluted market cap being as close to the market cap as possible. And it's 12.5 million, which is very, very good because the majority of the selling has already been done. The project bottomed out back in October of 2023. And it's been building this healthy uptrend since then. And they've been announcing some new projects that they're partnering with. Just on Twitter, they recently posted that they're excited to introduce an award-winning one-stop solution for all real-world asset needs. State X is coming to Firestarter, and they're revolutionizing the $300 trillion property market, offering real estate investing, lending, and ownership. They're backed by Microsoft. They've been featured on Forbes, backed by Tiffany Haddish, the She Ready Foundation, supported by Paris Hilton and Snoop Dogg, epic partnership and advisory secured with crypto billionaire Brock Pierce, the founder of Tether USDT. They have a partnership with one of the biggest property brands in the world, and they're working on passive income generating NFTs. So ESX is the project's token that will be used in all transactions within the platform. And how launchpads like this work are very simple. On coinmarketcap.com, if you go to their website, it's firestarter.fi, and you scroll down, you can see the projects that are live, upcoming, and completed. The live project right now is ArtFi that they're incubating. If we click on the upcoming, we can see MetaMovers, Matera, and then the ability for other projects to apply here. And they also just recently made a partnership with Corpo World and one of the top wallets in crypto, Snowball Money. And so check both these pages out, guys. Go to firestarter.fi on Twitter. Check out Snowball Bunny as well, too. Because when we look at the chart, it reminds me of Internet Computers chart that I was telling you guys about months ago. And so we see this descending resistance right here from February of 2023. It got rejected from it again in December of 2023, January 2024. It just recently broke from that decisively in March of 2024, and it came back up to backtest the previous support from March of 2022, April of 2022 as resistance. And so once the Flame token breaks through this resistance, the next stop is upwards of 30 cents to 35 cents. And then if we were to zoom out to see how the psychology of a market cycle works, it's very, very simple to understand. When we go into anger and depression to the bottom, that's when we're all the way down here at like a penny or two. And then we break out from depression, we go into disbelief. So this rally that's taking place right now is the disbelief rally. So going into Bitcoin's halving, what I expect to happen is for the altcoins to range with Bitcoin. Maybe we see a back test of the previous resistance as support for this wave one Elliott wave. And then we see the next wave come in here for the hope stage of the market. And so when we see a break from depression, down here is depression, right here is anger. People are pissed off. This isn't disbelief because this is just, some more liquidity flooding in, more sell-offs happening, a double bottom trend reversal take place where if we see a back test of this resistance right here as support, then I would expect to bounce off of that. So keep this project on your watch list, guys, because how far away it is from the all-time high, measuring from 12 cents is 2,500%. So that's a 25x just to get back to the all-time high. Now, there's no guarantees that'll happen. This is just for example purposes only. But when you look at a market cap of only $8 million, to do a 25x, that's only a $200 million market cap, which might seem like a lot of money, but you guys have seen how much liquidity can flow into certain projects very, very fast because this chart setup is just too picture perfect to ignore. So definitely keep Flame on your watch list this entire bull run. And as new projects continuously launch over the next few months, we're going to see a lot of projects pop up in the meme coin sector. We see the meme coin market cap is at $67 billion. And this is where the liquidity is flowing right now. So attention is on meme coins. As we see Dog with Hat up 55% the past week. Dogecoin's up 38%. So Dogecoin is making a comeback. And if we compare Dogecoin to Bitcoin and we look at the last bull run, when Bitcoin broke out by December of 2020, Dogecoin saw a rally with Bitcoin shortly after that. So Dogecoin is really the leader of the altcoin rally, not necessarily Ethereum. So when we see Bitcoin break its all-time high decisively, and we just see Bitcoin print a massive green candle to the upside, like what happened last bull run, well then Dogecoin sees a rally shortly after that. So what will take place, guys, you can mark my words here. And again, I could be wrong, I'm not right all the time, but we've made some awesome calls. And, I was talking about Dogecoin on this breakout. What's most likely to happen next? Dogecoin is about to pull like a 2 to 3x here relatively soon. And if we match up the charts right here and we compare to Bitcoin at the last high, when Bitcoin broke out, you saw what happened to Dogecoin. It went upwards of 9 cents, then it went upwards of 77 cents, all the way from down here at 0.003. And so Dogecoin will more than likely go back to its all-time high of 80 cents. And right now it's sitting at 20 cents. So 20, 40, 60, 80, that's a 4x to get back to its all-time high. So if you guys want a sure thing in the crypto space, even though there are no sure things, it's kind of an ironic word that we say, but if you want the most reliable meme coin, Dogecoin hands down is the number one. It's like the Bitcoin of meme coins. But when Bitcoin's dominance drops, that money's going to flow into a lot of other meme coins. And one meme coin that everyone is extremely bullish on that is going to crush it the rest of this bull run is Floki. They have a very, very aggressive marketing campaign taking place right now, and they've constantly been posting updates all over their Twitter. Roost, the recent meme coin that popped up, has locked 100% of their liquidity pool tokens with Floki's DeFi crypto locker protocol. So expect to see some more partnerships like this. Though this isn't technically a partnership, but Roost believes in Floki's DeFi crypto locker protocol enough to lock 100% of their liquidity pool. So we should take notice here because the base chain is very, very popular right now, and meme coins are popping up all over the base chain. And I'll show you guys how to find meme coins on the base chain if you stick to the end of this video. But Roost is one of the hottest meme coins that launched on the base chain recently. And so they trust Floki's brand. It also strengthens Floki's fundamentals compared to other meme coins like Doge, SHIB, Pepe, WIF, and Bonk. And their goal is to be the most known and most trusted and used cryptocurrency in the world. And the adoption of our projects will play a key role to accelerating this. Now, another project inside of Floki's ecosystem is, the reward token. It's TokenFi. Now, TokenFi Launchpad mainnet is officially live, and it's a success. They posted this just yesterday, and this is just only the beginning. However, they're going to be rolling out the TokenFi Launchpad on the mainnet of the Ethereum, BNB, Base, OP-BNB, and Blast mainnets in the coming days before the end of the week, God willing. And so they have a lot of projects lined up and waiting to use TokenFi Launchpad as their main launchpad, including some very hyped ones. So stay tuned for more info. They're also discussing how they can give token stakers and holders an edge with these token sale events. And they might very well have a DAO vote with more details coming soon. It's still being discussed internally. Nothing is final yet. Anyways, things are going very well for the TokenFi and token holders. Heading into what will be crypto's most explosive bull run yet. So stay tuned for more information, and congratulations if you managed to get in on the YakDAO token sale that they did as well too. So stay up to date with their Twitters, guys. There's so many projects out there that to keep up with that you got to go and follow their Twitters. If you're not on Twitter, click the link below. Go follow us on Twitter as well too. And we'll potentially post more updates on there. I know we've been kind of inactive on Twitter because we've been focusing on YouTube, but I like looking at the charts and spotting these projects and then bringing this information to you guys, because what we're doing right here is we're forming a much more macro Elliott wave here. So with the impulse from 5 cents upwards of 25 cents, this was Elliott wave 3 in the micro, and in the macro, this is a much bigger like Elliott wave 1 than a wave 2 for this first bull run that TokenFi is experiencing. And then if they keep developing, Floki stays around, they keep crushing it going into the next bull run, then this could be one of the main projects when real world assets take center stage by 2030. So imagine 5 to 10 years from right now for this project, guys. This project just started on TradingView, November 3rd of 2023. So November, December, January, February, March. It's less than 6 months old, and it's already crushing it. And so with this breakout, what I would expect to take place is ranging with Bitcoin going into the halving. If Bitcoin sees a sell-off, we could see, these altcoins see a further sell-off, but nothing wrong with that. That's just a great opportunity to spot your favorite projects that you want to back up the truck for. And so if I were to draw the trend-based Fibonacci retracement tool and we see where a retracement could take place, usually like 50% is pretty normal if we see, all the way down here, but 50% is about 15 cents, 17% to 30% to the downside before we could see a correction out of here for the next leg to the upside. But because this is Floki's project and Floki is one of the top 5 market cap meme coins in this bull run, I would expect TokenFi to do very, very well. So even if we see a sell-off down here and just a consolidation like this, I would expect us to form another leg up to pass the high post Bitcoin's halving in Q4 of 2024 to be absolutely explosive for TokenFi. Now, if you guys do want to see other low market cap projects that are in the meme coin space specifically, a chain that you want to check out is Base meme coin. So if you go on CoinGecko, they have more listed. Number one right now is, Brett, it's sitting at $444 million market cap. Then you got Degen, then Toshi, then Dog and Me, Mochi, then a bunch of others further down the list. But there's only, this is what's crazy. There's only one page on CoinGecko, and the total market capitalization is $1.2 billion for Base meme coin. So I do think that if this bull run, right, is like last bull run, then meme coins are going to be the craziest performers, bigger than gaming, bigger than even AI. And it's absolutely ludicrous, but you have to take note there. And what we need to do, rather than just you don't just go to coinmarketcap.com and try and find a low market cap meme coin on here. You want to spot them before they even get listed on CoinMarketCap and even listed on CoinGecko. And how you do that is very, very simple. I'll leave a tutorial on this using the link in the description below, talking about the top 10 crypto tools to discover 100x altcoins before they get listed on major centralized and even decentralized exchanges, and even on CoinMarketCap or on CoinGecko. And you do that by going to dextools.io. You can also go to birdeye.so, or you can go to Dex Screener as well too. So I'll leave those resources for you guys below. But when you go to dextools.io, you're going to see the Dex board. You're going to see the recently updated socials. You're going to see the hot pairs, and then you're going to see some new projects. On the left-hand side of the screen, if you click Pair Explorer, then at the top of the screen, you can see this scrolling banner right here that shows some hot pairs right now and some trending projects like BFI, Rio, Pandora, Mog, Shiv, OP, SEC, Grok, Pepe Coin, Floki's on here, GPU, Infra, Bobo. So this is how you can spot a lot of these projects, because you can just simply hover over it, click it, it'll pull up the chart, and it pulls up all the information about the project. Like right here, you can see the contract address, the website, the Twitter, any more socials that they might have if they're on CoinMarketCap or if they're on CoinGecko. And then you can find the correct contract address this way by looking to make sure that this is the official project that you're on. There's a lot of scam tokens out there, guys. So you want to make sure that they have adequate liquidity and adequate volume over the past 24 hours. If a project has less than $1 million in 24-hour trading volume, it's very, very risky. So if you want a stronger play, you want to make sure that there's a strong amount of 24-hour trading volume. You want to make sure that the liquidity is locked. And how you do that, on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see where it says Floki, the contract address. You simply copy this. You come over to a website called Token Sniffer, and then you just paste the address right here, and it'll pop up, and you just click the name of the token, and you'll see a score out of 100. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be 100 out of 100, but the closer we can get to 100, the more legit the project would be. But when we went to Certic, they're over 90 out of 100 on Certic's audit. So there's multiple things that we need to look at. And as long as the token is sellable, it's not a honeypot, these green check boxes check off. The buy fee and the sell fee is less than 5%. Verified contract source, ownership renounced. We scroll all the way down here. The only red X that they got is at least 95% of the liquidity has been burned or locked for at least 15 days. Well, they have 80% of the liquidity burned and locked. And if we go back to Dex Tools and if we look at that and we see how long it's locked for, 12.7% is locked for 975 years. 80.55% is locked for 262 years. So Token Sniffer says 80.54%, which is what Dex Tools reported that was locked for 262 years. However, another 12.7%, so that brings it to like 92%, is locked for another 975 years on Flokify.com. They have over 117 total value locked, over 2,044 total locks, 15 supported blockchains. So this is where projects can securely lock their digital assets. And how it works is really simple. They lock the liquidity pool, securely lock their project's LP tokens for as long as you want with just a few clicks. Their vaults are secure and audited by Certic, and the Flokify brand is well trusted in the industry. You can also lock your NFTs on 15 EVM compatible blockchains. So you don't just want to look at Token Sniffer and just say, oh, it's bad because of this. You also want to verify on Dex Tools by hovering over liquidity, clicking this icon right here, and it'll show you where the liquidity is locked. Now, also, you guys can go on birdeye.so and you can see trending tokens right here on a chain that you want. So if you want to look on all chains, it'll show you the most popular ones. But let's say we want to hyper focus on base chain. We just click base and you can see the top tokens right here. And if I just click on view more, aside from trending tokens, there's an entire list of these where we can see the price action within the past 24 hours. We can also see the total value locked. If we just click on any of these, like let's say number 9 Street, we can automatically see that this project just launched yesterday. And so it had a massive rally up and it's currently seeing a sell-off right now. So we might see this bottom out, form a bottom right here, do something like this on the psychology of a market cycle, double bottom, then go back into a disbelief rally and then a hope stage rally once it's finally cooled off from its initial launch. But if we want more information about this project, we can go over to Dex Tools, type in the name, find the official one, and then we can grab the contract address right here on the left-hand side of the screen. We can go to Token Sniffer and we can search this token by pasting it in, click the name of it, and we can see that it got 100 out of 100. Now, if we go back to Dex Tools and we click on liquidity, we can see that 97.78% has been locked for 975 years, which is really good. We can see that there's $2.3 million in 24-hour trading volume because they just launched. The only issue that I see right here is the circulating supply says 10 million, the total supply is 10 million. So it's either all in circulation, but the circulating supply was reported by the token's team. So this is kind of goofy because the market cap says $7.26 thousand, when in reality, the market cap is over $7 million. The DEX score is 92 out of 99. The buy tax is 0. The sell tax is less than 0.01%. And another thing that you guys can also do is you can look at the buy and the sell orders, and you can click on total to filter by the highest buy orders and the highest sell orders. And you can see if someone made a sale right here that's selling the project, and it shows a little fish icon or it shows a whale icon, what we can do is we can click on the address right here. We can click on the little base logo. It'll take us over to basescan.org, and you click this little drop down right here, and you can see how many tokens they have left in their wallet. So if you take the total amount, like they have 25.5 million tokens, and you multiply that by the price, which would be 0.00076, you can see that they have $19,380 in their wallet that they could potentially dump at the current price right now. So this is most likely someone that got in at the early stages on this first rally. And so what I would do is look at all of the top people that are selling right now, taking profits, and see how much they have left in their wallets that could be potentially dumped on the markets. Because what usually happens on these launches is the people that buy on these green candles right here, I mean, they're up like a 3, 4, or 5, or even a 10x sometimes. So they're taking profits. And a lot of people that are taking profits at the same time, pushes the price action down on the chart. It forms a bottom. And then we see stuff like this take place where it has to regain momentum to see another breakout. So you don't necessarily want to FOMO into a project right out of launch that already has a $7 million market cap, unless you have a really high conviction in the project and you've done your research on the team. In this case, this is just an example, because if we go to the web right here and we look at the website, it's just batestreet.xyz. We scroll down here and it looks like they're copycatting after Sesame Street, but we don't see any information about the team here. So immediately I'm skeptical about this project, but they're doing a pretty good job on the branding. At least the website looks halfway decent. We'd want to go over to their Twitter and we want to see what the engagement is like. They only have 372 followers right here, and it looks like the last post about an hour ago. Decent engagement, but we want to see if these are even real people. So what we do is we click on the 372 followers and we'd see who's following them, if these are any prominent influencers with a lot of people backing their pages. And so for stuff like this is the very, very risky sector of crypto. But for those of you guys that have been asking for it, how do you find these projects? This is exactly how you do it. Now, also, if you want to get exclusive early access to the Underground Guidebook for discovering 100x altcoins in detail, showing you guys some practical and applicable steps that you can take with no previous crypto trading experience to be able to discover that next 100x gem, all you need to do right now is go to bullrunners.com. The link will be in the description below. Click the button on the page. Put in your best email address. You'll be instantly subscribed to our daily video newsletter, where we give you the breaking news first before these videos come out, so you can stay in the know. So we give you the best to help you prepare for the worst that's yet to come in this economy, because we believe that the spending power of the dollar is going to keep going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation, blockchain tech, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies are going up in interest. That's the truth. And you know where we're going. We're going camping on the beaches of the moon. So I appreciate you guys. I will see you on the next video. I also will see you on bullrunners.com. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.